Hey everyone, Josh Feldman here, and I want to give you a market update. This week I'm doing a midweek report. The main reason for that is because the Federal Reserve met today. They did announce another increase to the federal funds rate of 75 basis points. Now again, just a reminder, that does not mean that mortgage rates go up by 75 basis points. That means that the federal funds rate, at the rate at which banks borrow, has gone up. So the interest rates for mortgages, that's already been baked into it. We've already seen that rise. We've seen a pretty significant rise really in the last week alone even. So really the news, they were anticipating the news to come with another increase of 75 basis points. The market hasn't really responded as favorably to it this time as it did for their last announcement. I think many in the market were hoping for a more aggressive approach to really get inflation under control. Most recent inflation data wasn't as favorable either. So we're kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern to see ultimately what the market does and how it reacts. So we'll look, at the rest of the week and see how that comes in. Also wanted to share some existing home sale data. So I do have in the email two different graphs to look at. The first one is actually a chart here. It talks about existing home sales for the month of August. So month over month, we were down 0.4%. And so the expectation was to be down 2.5% month over month. So it has actually a better pace than what was expected. We are down 20% year over year. First-time home buyers are still making up 29% of the purchases out there right now. Cash buyers coming in at 24% and investors at 16%. So that means 1 in every 6 buyers is buying an investment property, which I thought was pretty interesting. So from an inventory perspective, we've got 1.28 million in inventory currently. We were at 1.31 last month, so we're actually seeing a slight decrease in the inventory. If you look, and this is what the other graph that I have in the email, it shows kind of a cycle as to what the typical trends are for inventory, and we're right on track with every other year that you would see on there where the summer months, the inventory goes up, and then we see it peak around this time, maybe last month even, and now we start to see that decline, and so we're seeing that right now as well. So we are at 3.2 months worth of supply and inventory. Keep in mind, a normal market is 6 months. However, out of that 3.2, we do have to take into consideration that does not tell us what is already under contract. So when we consider what's under contract, we estimate around 39% is under contract, which is above your average, which would be 25%. So that really gives us inventory of about 779,000, which is closer to 1.9 months worth of inventory. So definitely a little bit different than what data is actually being reported when we consider that out as to what's under contract. Also, the typical time that a home is on the market is at 16 days. So right around what we've been seeing, maybe a little bit longer, but all in all, looking pretty good. So this week, again, we'll keep an eye on the market to see how it further responds to the most recent news from the feds. Other than that, if there's anything I can do to help you and your business, please let me know. Have a great week.